Most Naruto fans would agree that part of what makes this series so much fun to enjoy is the various battle styles that the series given us. Some ninja are straight up fisticuff brawlers like Guy and Rock Lee. Others have a more strategic side to them like Shino or Shikamaru. Then you have fighters who just reek of being godly when they step onto a battlefield, because you know whenever they step into the battlefield they're gonna do something absolutely amazing. Well, obviously Kankuro's not gonna go into that last category. However, being a master of the Puppet Master Jutsu does warrant a certain level of respect from fans. In today's True Power series, the Hidden Sand Village edition, we're gonna break down the true power and skill of Kankuro, hopefully in a way that makes you guys leave the video a bit more informed about his character than you guys were coming into it. Most importantly, this video should at least make you guys see why, if anything happens to Gar, why the elders of the Hidden Sand Village will want to follow the rules of the Kazekage clan, which I covered in my Kazekage clan explained video, but why Kankuro should be the next Kazekage of the Hidden Sand Village. So starting it right off with the skill of Kankuro, I want to say that it's a lot greater than some of you guys might assume. Being a puppet master means this taijutsu isn't anything really strong. It isn't really his strong suit, but that doesn't mean he's a pushover. The guy made Jonin for a reason. By the end of the series, Kankuro went on to master 4 separate changes in chakra nature. Like his sister Tamari, he has mastery over wind release, and like his brother Gar, he has some mastery over earth release. However, he also knows lightning release and water release, which strategically makes him pretty nice when you think about the different combos that he could use in conjunction with his chakra natures. One thing to take note of is that each of these chakra natures are ones that would fit into his tendency to fight from a distance. Obviously, jutsu can be used for any type of purpose, but let's look at his chakra combos they can do. If he were to combine earth release and water release, Kankuro could create a swamp of mud to slow down his target, to put distance between himself and them, or to keep them rooted in place so his puppets will have an easier target to attack. He can also use wind release to combine with his water release to make a more high-powered version of a water release jutsu. He can also mix in lightning release with his water release combo in order to electrocute his targets. Wind release could also be used as a byproduct to hurl any of the earth style jutsu and potentially send lightning bolts at the targets when he's going into a battle. Now, Kankuro isn't a slouch, and you'll see why I pointed out the strategic reason for him learning the different chakra natures that was listed just now. According to Naruto Data Book 2, Kankuro was ruthlessly trained by the 4th Kazekage, as well as other higher ranking members of the Hidden Sand Village. This is how Kankuro was able to ruthlessly kill when confronted in a battle with the Sound 4, because it can be argued training under the 4th Kazekage taught him to briefly cut off his humanity switch, and when you look at the gruesome way he kills using his puppets, it makes a lot of sense. It was the harshness of that training that molded him into becoming a strategic and well-respected ninja that he was made a division leader during the 4th Shinobi World War. People are so quick to downplay Kankuro because Sasori turned him into fodder during the fight around volume 28 of the Naruto manga. However, what often fans leave out is the fact that Sasori himself gave Kankuro a couple of compliments during their fight, and he did so again when he was brought back as an Edo Tensei. When Kankuro was first introduced to us, we saw him carrying around those really heavy puppets on his back, but he could only carry one puppet at a time, which does hint towards his physical strength. In the battle with Chio versus Sasori, we learned that the true measure of a puppet master's skill is how many puppets they can control at once. As the series progressed, we saw Kankuro's skill increase because the number of puppets he was shown being able to use in battle simultaneously has gone up. When he first fought Sasori, he was praised by Sasori, but he was quickly dismantled in a fight. But in the mid 500s of the Naruto manga, when Sasori and Kankuro fight again, Sasori flat out states that Kankuro had surpassed him, which is pretty high praise given how insane Sasori's legend is. And for more information about how powerful Sasori is, you can check out the True Power series Akatsuki edition that was done on Sasori if you want more information on that. When it comes to his talents using the Puppet Master Jutsu, which is his primary method of fighting, Kankuro has shown the ability to use puppets in a way where they're clearly being used in a way to work together, with each of them in some of their own way having a way to complement one another and the jutsu in his arsenal. His Iron Maiden jutsu uses his Karasu puppet to land a blow on his target, which takes their attention off of Kankuro and puts it onto the puppet itself. While they're fighting off the puppet the whole time, Kankuro is maneuvering them towards another puppet with the intent of sealing them away inside the puppet. It's at this point that Kankuro has the Karasu puppet break apart and reveal several sharp blades that are meant to impale the target, slicing their vital points in the process. The triple Iron Maiden jutsu is a beefed up version of the parent jutsu, where Kankuro summons 2 more of his puppets to capture his opponents. However, this jutsu does have a weakness in that it relies on the help of allies to finish off the target, since Kankuro's Karasu puppet can only be used to kill 1 target at a time when he uses this jutsu. His puppet triad jutsu is of the branch of the Red Secret Jutsu, which is the same branch of jutsu that Sasori specialized in and made famous. For this puppet, Kankuro used the puppet of Sasori's body in order to pull off this jutsu. The hands of the puppet can fire off massive streams of fire and highly concentrated jet blasts of water. Kankuro took this puppet body and added his own enhancements to it, making it being able to use a shield to protect and making it where the arms can extend if need be. When added in conjunction with the enhancements that Sasori had already made to the puppet, this in itself makes Kankuro's Sasori puppet his most deadliest puppet that he has in battle. So for the puppet triad jutsu, Kankuro removes the head of Sasori and shoots out dozens of balls that are packed with explosives and poison dipped blades to attack the enemy. His poison mist inferno jutsu allows Kankuro to maneuver his puppets in circles around his target at rapid high speeds before he sends the poison bombs at the target. The high winds caused by the rotation make it easier for the poison to potentially get inhaled by the target, but even if they hold their breath, Kankuro planned for a contingency by having his puppet shoot out Senbons that will attack his target, which runs a higher chance of catching his target off guard and getting them to open their airways in order to inhale that poison. His light shield seal allows Kankuro to stop attacks from hitting him. This is done by sending chakra through the arms of whatever puppet that Kankuro is controlling, and it can withstand most attacks. His black secret jutsu, the salamander, is used when Kankuro hides his puppet underground and tracks his opponent, often while they're fighting off his other puppets. If they avoid the Iron Maiden, Kankuro can just have Salamander shoot up from underground and capture his targets, effectively ending the battle. So what I love about Kankuro's jutsu is the fact that this guy's jutsu, when you really look at them, really embody what it means to be a ninja. They're deceptive and they often play off of other jutsu that's being used simultaneously, which goes back to the spirit of Naruto that made so many of us fall in love with it, which is the move behind the move is just as deadly as the jutsu that you're preparing to stop. So what did you guys think about Kankuro's true power and skill? That's gonna be it for this Hidden Sand Village edition of the True Power series. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome day.